Hi, it's Isabel, the witch from Cleveland. I'm not feeling well. I just slept the entire day. And yeah, there we go. I was trying to put it out its own self, but I'm having trouble speaking. So I'm just really feeling off. And if it doesn't stop, I'm going to the hospital. So bear with me, loves. The job interview that I had yesterday or today. I think it was today, this morning. Um, they already closed it. Um, it was actually another insurance company where I had to pay for getting my insurance license and all of that stuff and then work for them. So that was a bust. But I have another job interview starting with a phone interview, assessment, and then everything tomorrow that is not an insurance company. Um, so when you're looking for jobs, look for this stuff because you're going to get this kind of stuff. On ZipRecruiter and Indeed, it's become a thing. Um, and these insurance companies are more like pyramid schemes. So you go through all of that and you still have to do the work busting your ass, getting the clients and doing all of that. You can do that shit on your own. You don't need their name. You don't need the non-compete after you did all the work. And the reason for the non-compete, which is something you also have to look for, the non-compete is because you get a lower price if you go with these bulk companies, but that license is yours. It's yours. You got it from your state to sell that insurance, or you got it from the federal government if you have federal insurance, um, certificates and stuff. So non-compete is to keep you from working from the other guy, especially if you're good at it. So look for this stuff when you're looking for a job. Um, I don't know how spiritually we're going to do today because I have had very negative thoughts while I've been ill. But learning experience thoughts as I've been ill too. So things have been revealed as well. Um, I am a tough woman. I am a tough woman. I'm a lot tougher than I've ever given myself credit for. And I'm realizing this right now. I have survived so much, so much. And when you know that about yourself, when you really, really know how strong you really are, ain't much gonna stop you in life. So I'm looking back on all this shit and okay, I'm not drooping or anything. That's how I'm feeling like I'm gotta watch for a stroke. I this morning I couldn't even put a sentence together. I was glad that it wasn't an interview. I think I've smoked enough. I gotta smoke this stuff. That's what I wasn't doing. So, there are a lot of things that come up. I'm capable of love. I'm capable of attracting love. That has come out. I am protected, even though things have beat me up. It's not going to beat me down. you know, my I still have a roof over my head for the moment, and my electricity's still on, and my gas is still on, and I have food in the refrigerator, and my kids have been helping me out when I have little needs. I have big needs. I need rent. I need all of these things. But for right now, I'm stable. Damn, I hate that word. I had too many doctors and the hospitals use that on me. She's stable. It's like, here, have drugs. You're stable. I don't like that. But it's not the same thing. When the divine keeps you stable and sound, it is not the same thing. So, but health wise, I'm having issues right now. So, if this keeps up, I'm going to be at the hospital. But maybe that's what I'm supposed to be, because maybe this is trying to tell me that there's more of a problem than I knew. And that's okay. That's probably what this is. Sometimes the divine will send you to the hospital for a small thing or one thing and find out there's another and they catch it faster. Especially if it's not the trial you're supposed to be going through at the time. If it's not your learning curve, you know what I mean? If it's not what you agreed to before you were born for your body to heal and for other people to learn, then the divine will send you faster to go get it taken care of. And the other thing is, divine can only keep you in positions like that if you cooperate with those positions. And I'm still here with the incense because I don't feel any difference at the moment. Oh my goodness. Happy Wednesday, you guys. I hope you had a good one. Okay. I think I can stop that. That is not going to help anymore. All right, so I've got some messages. I don't know if they're still on top or if I mixed this. I know this is one. Something is on its way to you, 555. Something is on its way to you, and the universe is asking you to pay close attention. 333. Despite your fears and anxieties, misled plans, or wrong turns, you are on the right path. 777. You're moving onto a path of something better. 83. You are aligned with your highest purpose. The fulfillment will bring benefit to all beings. Continue down the spiritual path. You will receive blessings of abundance and creative opportunities. Pisces, which is another, I can't remember if this is my moon or my sun, but one of those are Pisces. I can't brain right now. Pisces water, free, sensual, sensitive, heartwarmed, warmed hearted, dreamer, dramatic. Pisces, I know is dramatic. romantic, gets emotional, involved, and easily hurt. Then I have Leo. Creative, popular, faithful, irresistible, too sweet, regal, restless, natural rulers of the world. I also have Leo in my chart. And 71, which keeps coming to me, is business, inner wisdom, spirituality, psychic abilities, introspection, determination, independence, efficacy, and intuition. Think before making decisions. And then Gemini, which is my kids and one of my now favorite followers. Dynamic, which they are, absolutely dynamic. Many talents, likes games, lovable, curious, communicative, and comedic, which is all of them. Aries, which is brave, independent, impulsive, fun, exciting, no nonsense attitude, aggressive and feisty, romantic, enthusiastic, slightly childlike. Make sure it takes care of your needs first. Make sure you take care of your needs first. And that is something that I've been told repeatedly. Because I'm one of those people, no matter how empty my cup is, I'll have only $5 and give it to the guy on the side of the road. Because I know the divine is going to take care of me, so I'll just give it to him. But it's like, okay, and then, Melissa, what do? Because you don't have anything in your cup. So now I'm borrowing money from my kids. And they're having trouble keeping their cups filled, So it's a thing. And I didn't even put that up there, so I'm going to put this in here. If you want to help me, I'm going to see if it's in here. No. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. This is, yes, and I'm going to paste it there, and I'm going to put it up here, and then, no, and then I'm going to pin it, pin message, until the end, and there we are. So there's that, that's on there. I'm also severely dehydrated, and I think it's part of the problem too. So let's see what the divine has for us today. I'm going to put these cards back in. All right, Ernie, you want to hear your fortune? Well, don't fortune. We've seen I have. Yep, I did. Yes, I did. We had a little bit of an issue. And he's at my house. Oh, he's at my house. Oh. He's at your house. to my head. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. This is not be a very good stream right now. I am I think that my inside is just trying to rid myself of my demons here, of the things that have hurt me in life. So we're trying to, but I need to be here with you right now. 11:44. It's also something I keep getting. Your angels will tell you what you should do to have success and will inform you about the next steps to take. It's all about also about your twin flame separation. So if you've been separated from your twin flame, look up that number. If you're like me and you're a big daydreamer, look up your daydreams as well as your dreams, because your daydreams might be messages, might also be messages speaking to you about things you need to hear. So I just slept all day and I'm exhausted. I want to go back to bed. Might also be because I'm going through this awakening stage. And I'm vibrating all over too. I'm so hot. My skin, my senses are very high. Very high. So I also really realize that, you have people come into your life. They're there to teach you something and then move on. And how was it explained? Some people are the leaves on the tree. They fall off after their time. Branches break off. They stay a little bit longer. Big branches will die off, will fall off, will get broken away. The trunk is there for a long time, be in your life for a long time, even through the seasons. And the roots are everything. The roots are the ones that stay with you for eternity. As long as you are here, they will be here. 5, and this is a foundational card, that's why it's hitting the floor. Freedom, curiosity, and change. A desire to have new adventures. Explore new possibilities. 5 senses. 5-pointed star is a symbol of faith. 5 elements of the universe. that is water, fire, air, water, fire. My brain, it's not functioning right this second. I know. Wow, I felt that. Okay. It's earth, water, fire, air, spirit, ether, spirit, divine. There it is. I said it. You heard me, right? I said it? Okay, good. I keep drawn back into that daydream that I haven't been able to get out of for 2 days. While my body is acting like this, I'm like somewhere else. And maybe it's because this awakening has been very hard and I'm getting it out while it's happening to not be so frightening to me, to show me my strengths. Because that's what these daydreams have been doing, is showing me my strengths, showing me that I'm loved, showing me that even the worst people in my life give a shit that I exist. 29. Okay, here I'm here. Don't look at me like that. Trust in your own abilities when it comes to fulfilling your soul's divine purpose. 29. 47. Angels sending you congratulations on your spiritual progress you have made. Keep working on deepening your spiritual experience. Mm. 555. Something is on its way to you. I just read this to you earlier. And the universe is asking you to pay close attention. This card keeps coming to me. 53. Continue believing in yourself, even if the whole world is against you. It is important to trust yourself. Don't fear changes, embrace them. Angels got your back. So I have to get myself together. I do have this interview in the morning. 1, 2, 3. Another one I keep getting. Angels come to you to let you know that it's time to start a new chapter in life, leaving the old life behind. Think only of the future for you and your loved ones. Two more. 3 more. Here we go. I keep getting these two. 73. Put your efforts into your spiritual development. You are likely to find yourself making gains in your material and professional life. I think that's what it's trying to tell me, is doing things like this, my YouTube channel, which I have not been on this week, I have to do. Really going at that will help with my financial as well, because these get monetized after a while if I get enough followers, but I'm not going to get the followers if I'm not here. So go after it. And at the same time, I'm learning, I'm showing you what I've learned, and you've shown me what you've learned, and we're helping each other. So we're helping each other through our awakeness to find the place to awaken, to become into your spirituality, um, to help others with the stuff that you have learned in ways that you hadn't thought of before is also a good idea. Getting involved in your community can help you do that. It can also help you find your soul tribe, um, and connect in places that you didn't connect before. Um, now that it's warming up, get outside. If you're on the other side of the equator, it's getting a little colder for you. Go out and make those connections with the environment. Bring your outside in. So if you're stuck inside, you have inside as well. Make those connections with Gaia to the inside. That way you still have ways to connect. I'd help do this. I've got plants all over my house. I'd show you, but right now I can't. But I literally have plants in every room of my house. There is dirt, there is candles for fire, there is water elements in every room. There is spiritual elements in every room. I brought all the elements of the star and all the elements of the universe together in every single room of my house. Because that helps us connect and that helps us with our awareness. And to keep feeling connect, because the feeling of connectedness is a lot. It's a lot. So if you don't have this in your home, I suggest it's a good idea, especially when you're locked up in the winter and you can't be outside to connect unless you're a winter baby, unless you like the cold. Hi, Jim. How are you? Oh, you rated me. I love you. Thank you. How are you, everybody? That is so great. It's just first rate. I love that. How you doing, Jim? It reminds me of those old commercials with their cockroaches. Raid? No! I want to get that sound. I want to get that. It's a thing for here when I can do raid spray. Yes. I want to get that for one of our emotes. Yeah, emotes. Thank you. Yes, I do. I want emotes soon. I want to be allowed to have those emotes on here. I haven't have enough followers at the moment to do that, but we're working on it, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Then I have in time. I know. We have 98, which is stay focused on your goals and carry your projects to the end. Wealth of knowledge, creativity, wisdom, and insight, all of which can help others. So that's that one. And then we have Libra again. Irresistible. I thank you. Adventurous, indecisive, charming, considerate, diplomatic, charming. I got charming on here twice. so it must be good. Um, Flirtatious, kind, caring, affectionate, can be indecisive, but changeable. So that's our Libras. So how you doing today, Jim? Were you playing a game? What were you playing? That's good. That's good. Let's see. Talos Principle. It's a puzzle and philosophy game. Cool. I love puzzle games. I love puzzle games. I do those a lot. Nothing I put on here, though. Maybe I should. I do want to find some games that are easy to play as far as the fingers on the keys and stuff. Oh, wow. That sounds like it'd be a pretty spiritual game, too. But that's what I was going to say. I want to find some that are more witchcraft oriented and not fake, but really gets into your spiritual stuff. But they do make games like that. They're very deep in that. Okay, this one doesn't want to give me any more cards. So let's see what our other deck has. I haven't used my Celtic deck in a while. My cards, the ones I made myself, seem to be speaking to me the most. Good, it's good for you. Really find a lot out about yourself as well, and about what is truly around you in the universe and in life and everything. Prosperity, and go for it. Now, I was just saying all that stuff, and it's now telling me to go for it. So I will be on here more going for it and digging deep. And we're going to dig deep, and we're going to learn from these experiences. Let's see, anything else? So my whole body is vibrating right now. I feel so weird. Yes, very shaky. Very shaky. Earlier today, I was numb in my face, couldn't speak, could barely speak, couldn't get out of my head, capture my thoughts. But this is also when you're coming into a hard spiritual awakening. I mean, it sounds like you're having a stroke, but that's not really it. My face is not droopy. I'm not, Are we going to get any more cards from you? There we are. Just looking for it. Elder, another card I get every reading. Creativity, renewal, beginning and ending, birth, death and rebirth, or deaths and birth. It's all connected to those things. Rejuvenation, protection from negative forces, connection to nature spirits. Elder The elder tree is thought to be connected to Venus and Hildy. It could mean a need for a breath of fresh air outside in the wilderness. It could. It could mean that. I haven't been out of the house in a while. So it could mean that. And my tarot has been telling me over and over again, get out in nature, get out in nature, get out in nature. Even though it's been cold, it's been like the weather is going up and down so bad. And this is when I get sick. I have a condition called fibromyalgia, and it is really affected when the weather is doing this up and down change. It affects the fibers of fibrous tissues of my body, causes a lot of pain, but it also sends off a lot of chemistry that is not good, that will mess with you. So that going up and down. Abundance. Look at abundance again. Let's see. Other deck. Okay. No, they're not helping either. Oh God. Oh, anger. Anger. Am I angry? Love. Prophetic. And I've been getting cards talking about psychic abilities a lot too. Meditate. Meditation is good. Helps you connect with yourself and with your spirituality, with your spirit itself. Restart. I know this is a restart. We're all having restarts right now. Month. I hope it's not another month. Please. It's been long. Success. And inner wisdom. I've been hermiting. I don't know about you guys. You have any more? And these are cards I keep getting. I know there is a collective bit of people that have needed right now, because of the awakening going on, that need to hear a lot of the same things because they need to be pushed out into their awakening. So if you're going into that, you will be tuned in to these things and people talking about these things. Move forward and vitality. Any more? Do not stop in front of my house. Getting copyright. What song was that? Somebody begged me. Okay. I want to know what song that was. Okay, Lenormand, do you have anything? Here we go. Clouds. Right now it is feeling very cloudy. Clouds can be covering. Clouds can be protection. Clouds can be unclear. Mountain. Okay, getting over that hump, getting over these obstacles. Now, cloud, if you use your playing cards, can be, I think that is the king. Not clovers, clubs, king of clubs. And then this is mountain. It's the 8 of clubs. So with cloud and mountain, right now you might not see things clearly. You may feel like there is a massive obstacle in front of you. But everything that I'm feeling and everything that I'm seeing right now is those clouds are about to part. The sun is about to come out on you. You've already made the climb. So, these things may feel like you're still in the unknown and getting tired from climbing, exhausted from climbing, because I know a lot of us have hermited. But clarity is coming. And remember, you are protected by the divine. So it may seem like you are being beat up on, but it's not. It's more for the learning, not for the beating. You know what I mean? It's not there to actually beat you. It's more to bring you out and teach you that you are more resilient than you give yourself credit for. Okay? Because right now you need that resiliency to be out here, especially with the way things are right now. You need to get out here and let others know what you know. Okay? Get involved, be part of that. And I've heard people, I don't know what to do. It's only me. Only you does a lot. Only you does a lot. Look at all the stuff you've been through. Look at all the stuff you've learned from it. Look at every place you've been. Look at every place, every person you know. If you told every single person that you know or known in your life the lessons you were learning at the time and talk to them, man, the stuff you have done already. These learning things, these learning experiences, the people you have come in contact with, little things that you have done to, even if you think you didn't do something good, there is so much learning from all sides of it. And you might have been there to just be that gentle reminder for this person to go on and do all of these things. And sometimes that is all you need to do that day, is be that little gentle reminder or the hand on the shoulder that you're okay, so they can keep going forward and doing. Because we all need that. We all need that. You know? we need to share our insights when we can. We do. We do. And that's all the cards are going to give me. So, ow, my joints hurt right now. Oh, there we are. We have the Two of Wands in reverse and the World in reverse. The World is usually coming in, but right now it feels like we're in conflict. And basically that's what this is saying, that right now we feel like we're in conflict. But goes with feeling unclear with the clouds and the mountain. You know, Two of Wands are usually decisions, but right now it's unclear. So, and then you got the Three of Pentacles, which is always, that's also in reverse, which is getting out into your spiritual, but right now you're hermited. Right now you're feeling inward instead of outward. So let me get a drink. I'm so dehydrated. This medication is dehydrating the heck out of me. That might be part of my problem too. And I'm sweating profusely because it feels so hot. Hormones are good for you, man. How does Papa say that? Don't be old like me. He's not old. And then we have death in reverse. So a lot of things are going out of you, going away from you. And it may feel like you're losing. Like, oh my God, you're losing everything. And you're not. It's clearing. We talked about this on my last stream. All of this stuff needs to be taken out. So instead of fighting with it, say goodbye to it, love it, respect it. Thank you for being here. Give it gratitude and then let it go, because it's making space for the new that is coming into your life. Okay. And that may be why I'm in the position I'm in right now with all of this, because I need to move away from here and I need to be out of here and I need to be somewhere else. I just don't know where else is yet. So, and if things are happening the same way in your life, then respect it, because it is trying to release all of this so that all of this can take that place. Because you cannot have, like, our world right now being all masculine, and masculine are builders, and they're building and building and building on top of building and building and building, and you see what's happening with that. The foundations are now crumbling under the new build, because the space was not, the feminine did not come in and clear all of that and make better plans. And that is what the feminine does. And I'm not talking about gender. I'm talking about energies. I'm talking about aspects. The women clear. The women make plans. They clean it all out. The feminine aspect of it cleans everything out and makes these plans. And women do this in life. Clean house, make plans. I want to change this. I want to decorate that. I want to do this over here. And then hands it to the husband. And the husband goes, fine. And he does it. That's my experience. My dad will just, fine, do it. But in male aspect, feminine aspect, this is how it is. But when we have a world that is dominant masculine, and I'm not talking a dominant male, I'm not one of those man hating people. When the masculine aspect is the only one in charge and dominant, he's building and building and building, but nothing's getting removed. Because the feminine aspect, the other side of it, has not come in and done its job. So this world is now moving in. As you see, everything's being taken away. It's all coming apart. It's all being cleared. And it looks like it's a mess. Those buried skeletons are going to come clawing their way up through the rubble. They are. They are. It all has to be cleared away. All of the negative, the positive, the stuff that's been dug down deep has to be brought out. And the earth herself, because Gaia is big feminine, the earth itself is going through all of this clearing and changing. And unfortunately, there's a lot of poor animals and things that are going with it, but they are all divine. So they're going right back to the divine themselves, because animals are divine. They're divine creatures. So, but you'll notice they're finding more and more and more animals that are coming in right now that are new, that we didn't have before. And that is what Gaia does. And that is what the divine does. You're finding things out about yourself that have replaced all the stuff that you're letting go of. It's the same way. You're masculine, you're feminine, clearing and building. These people that tell you that God is man, for one, God is not. God is the balance between masculine and feminine. He's not one or the other. He's both. He's all. He's everything. And we say he because I'm used to saying he. I went to church most of my life. I'm used to saying he. The divine is all, and the soul is the same, because the soul comes from the divine. So it's a balance. And what did Violet say? 42. It's balance in disguise. Balance in disguise. So all of that, it has to happen. It has to happen. We gotta clear it all out. So as much as we don't like this freaking president and these guys in the office right now, what are they doing? They're destroying it all, because it needs to be, to make space for the building of better things. For the feminine to come in and clear this all out. She's coming in, she's clearing it out, she's spring cleaning, digging it all out, pulling it all out, getting rid of the stuff is no longer needed, getting those skeletons out, making room to put better things in. Okay? And we all know that all of our systems on right now are just broken. They're bad. They don't work. So they have to be replaced. And unfortunately, the way they are at this point, I believe, They just need to be shut down completely and replaced completely. You can't just go in and fix little parts. That's all they've been doing. So think of the world right now, yourself right now, like that sewer drain going down the street where ODOT keeps coming in and only fixing those little spots instead of replacing the whole thing. And it looks like that crookedy branch that's got all the knots and gnarls and things. And what happens? It dies and falls off. It has to die and fall off for the other ones to grow. Right? So the world is the same way. Our spirit and the things in our life and awakening for the awakening is the same way. All these things have to go in order to make space. Okay? And that is what's happening in a big dynamic way right now. Gaia is making space. The world is making space. The divine is making space. Our lives, our aspects in our own lives, our spirits are making space for the right good stuff, the better stuff to come in. So it's scary. It's frightening. It's frightening. It is. But give it the respect. Tell it thank you. Tell it thank you for being here. Give it gratitude. Thank you for being here. But I need you to go and make room so I can get the better to come in. And there we are. So that's what this is all telling us right here. Give it space. Give it gratitude. And don't let the fear make you hold back and try to hold on to the things you no longer need. And I think that's part of my problem, and the reason that it's beaten me up so badly is because I have all these sentimentalities on things, and all it's doing is hurting me. I gotta let it go. And I want these words. I want to stop doing that to myself because it hurts. Instead, it's gonna go no matter what. This is the thing. It's going no matter what. So if you try to hold on to it, it's gonna hurt. It's better to give it its respect and gratitude and tell it thank you for being there and then release it and step back, because you don't want to hold on to that when it's trying to get away. It's like a freaking caged bear. Sooner or later, it's going to pop out of that cage, and you don't want to do that. And then it's going to get you if you don't get out of the way. So, and just remember that these things are all for our highest good. As destructive and ugly as things are now, and even if it's not being done in a respectful way, it is driving people to reflect and to go through their rediscovery to try and bring in something that is actually better. Exactly. And people are asking, how is this part of the divine plan? But if you think about it that way, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. So, and also think about it this way, as far as these people who are in power and trying to force these things to stay, all of them are about to be replaced with better as well. It is. And it's the shake of the tree that it is the shake of the tree to make those bad apples and the bad branches and all of that stuff to drop. So Gaia's going to take care of all of it on her end. So we need that shaken tree. We need that shake off to get rid of this, you know? I hope my analogies are not getting confusing because this is how I think. So I'm like, and I thank you, Jim, for clarifying some of what I'm saying. But like these presidents and these people that are in office right now, when they leave office, when this is done, they will have no power whatsoever. None. They're done. They're being used right now to shake the world. True. It is and someone he says some analogies cannot be put into words so easily because it is so interconnected and interbranched. And it is. Everything we and everything in our world and everything in our with our universe, we are all connected in such a profound way. And you don't think of yourself as connected on a daily basis when you're just going through life is as what's going on over there because you're not over there. But that shake over there will cause a tremor over here. And change over there comes this way. It slowly moves. We need that. And we need that. And it's not just, our government, but here we go. 7 of Wands. There's a big struggle, big fight right now. We're going through it. But then it leads to 10 of Cups. It leads to everything. Success, prosperity, abundance, love, everything. All of the things that make us feel whole is coming out of it. Okay? And then we have the 3 of Wands up in reverse. Let me think about this. The 3 of Wands is laying down of the struggles. And the Hanged Man is the contemplation. To think. See his soul glowing. This is where we need to be. This is the what's that called? Yes. What is so scary though is that after this shakeup is the risk of evil, greedy, to take full advantage of the moment to overwhelm with even more greed and power. So hopefully the awakening of the good successes and is overpowering to the evil. Yes, it can be that way, but right now I don't think that is what's happening. I think what is coming is because we're clearing and making space is that the divine is trying to tell us and trying to wake up so many of us with how it's being done that the greedy people and the greedy evil doings of the world are not going to be able to get past our awakening to get in there and do it because we're so going to be so energized and up and vibrating, and the earth is vibrating, and the world is coming into such a state that I don't think that the greedy evil overdoers are going to be able to get in there to do it. Once these people are pushed out completely because of their doings and have wiped the slate clean, we as awakened people are the ones coming in here to work it, which is why we're being told now to go out and tell, to go out and teach, to go out and talk to people. And even if they don't think they believe it, it will make them think about it. And that is what we're being told to do. So if you believe and if you are being awakened and if you are being brought into your spirit, your job right now is to go out and tell them. And that is what I'm being prompted to do. That I'm going to have my abundance, I'm going to have everything that I need, but I need to come out here and have these conversations with you. That is what I have been told through my tarot, my even when I'm feeling bad like I'm feeling today, I'm still on here. I still had to come and talk to you. I had to come and see you. And you can look at me and see how bad I'm feeling right now. But I'm feeling better just having this conversation. And that's basically it. And just like we talked about last week, these things are contagious. If you go and say, hey man, I'm here, I see you, and this is where it's happening, and give them a little bit of clarity. And even if they don't think, even if they're agnostic or atheist or don't believe in any of this mumbo jumbo or even think it's evil, even if they think it's evil, you get them thinking, you get them talking to themselves, you get them contemplating stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's a contagious thing, and that is our job. We are patient zero. Yeah, kind of like we can't all just live our own lives and ignore the world. No, not with the way things are. You can't ignore the world at all now. World events, climate change, and other things, we need to open our eyes more and realize our effect on others. Exactly. Exactly. We're not just closed off. We're a world community. Exactly. We are. We are. And Papa and I talk about these things. It's like he is making drastic moves forward where he's getting so more involved in the world because he's one of those people that can make the good changes. And he's being called to do it. And even though he doesn't believe in any of this mumbo jumbo, as he calls it, he doesn't believe any of this stuff, he is answering his calling because he's being, by me, by our family, by the people around us, are going, yeah, pal, do it. Yeah, yeah, we need that. We need that. Do it. And they don't even know when they're doing this. When you're doing this with people, you don't even know that you are helping to bring in the change that we need. So we as spiritual people go out here and we have these conversations, and even though they don't believe anything we're talking about, it does get their minds going. And it does give them a feeling of something needs to be done, though. There are things that need to be changed, though. And those conversations start and these things get going. It's a contagion. And we need to be that patient zero. And I'm using the word need. We don't have to. You can hide in your closet and never speak to another soul. You can do that if that's what you choose. The world's too scary. I'll come out when it's over. If that's what you choose to do. I mean, the divine's not forcing you. You don't need to. You don't have to. But that want and that craving to do and answering that's where it is. That's where it is. So, wow, I'm getting so prompted and so woke up right now. Whew. 1011. That is ending and new beginning, which is right there on chat right now. So everything that Jim just said is 1001. That is it. Ending of one cycle, that is 10. Beginning again, that is 01. And you'll hear people say 10 becomes a 1 because you're supposed to break those two down. 10 becomes a 1, you get a 10, you always get a new beginning. We're not just closed off. We're a world community. Exactly. Exactly. So just go out and have these conversations. Just go on Twitch, have these conversations. Go on YouTube, have these conversations. Go out to your park in your community and say, hey, brother, did you know? You don't feel connected. Like, what were we talking about? Not having friends. The whole world's feeling that way right now. Like we're not friendly to each other. We don't have these friends. We are connected. You feel more connected even by yourself. So I hope my furnace is not kicking in. I'm so hot. You don't like how best to begin. You don't know how best to begin. It's just like you are right now. Right now, you're helping me clarify this, and one or two people are going to watch my Twitch later, and they're going to talk about it and think about it and contemplate it, and they're going to go out in their lives and do a little thing here and do a little thing there, and that's how it begins. And it's like a butterfly flapping its wings becomes a hurricane. Do it. Absolutely do it. I've never been a big word person. Ask my kids. I've never been that. I mean, they've had to sit down in conversations with me and clarify, Mom, what do you mean? Because my words, I trip over my tongue. My words don't come out the way I want them to. But in real life, like growing up with the people in town, it's never really clicked with people. Jim, you'd be surprised how much it actually is. And the only time you find that it's not clicking with people are the people who are not awakened and are purposely not wanting to listen, not wanting to know. A lot of San Diegans don't bother. It's the ones that do bother. And yet they hear you at the same time. And it gets into their head and they go home and bitch about this guy Jim that I met that is talking about this stuff. Man, why is he talking about this stuff? And then he turns on the news and sees what's going on. And Jim, you made a change whether you liked it or not, whether you even realized it. Right, exactly. I only have few people that I talk to. A few people that I talk to. But I've been told I don't need to have that here to be here. You know? Because this is where I need to be. So only talking to this group of friends that are the people that believe what you believe, because your friends, you are the average of your friends. So they all know this. You won't know this, but that word is not just staying in that group instead of getting out here. So we don't have a particular group of friends for a reason, because our knowings need to be taught out here. So this is where we go with it. It is basically a sacrifice that we are making that we didn't know we were. I was supposed to give up coffee. I did. It's my only vice, and I'm sticking to it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. He said, and also it's a place we found friends where we didn't know we could. Exactly, because you have friends, Jim, on here that are across the world that you would never have met if you hadn't been on Twitch. And there are people that you have in these little tiny groups that you're in that will go all out for you. Well, I would want somebody on the same page who would want to have a lengthy chat with me. True. Oh, 10-10 when you said that. True. And there are people, but there are also people that you're telling these things to that have a different opinion, maybe because that different opinion is supposed to get you to think about different perspectives. Because sometimes we need those different perspectives to make the change to get us where we're going. Because sometimes it's never a straight line. You don't get there fast on a straight line. Because that just keeps you going. That up and down, man, that gets you going. And you need those different perspectives. You need those dips. You need those um, fluctuations and curves and all of those to actually get you there faster. The straight line isn't always the best. And it's not much of a journey or an adventure going the straight line either. Yeah, so I mean, same page is someone willing to chat. That is true. That is true. And sometimes just having somebody to sit down and say, yeah, Jim, you are so right, helps you know that you're not wasting your time. You're not by yourself. You're not, God, my words. You're not alone, Jim. You're not alone. You are loved, and you have people who love you. And sometimes we just need to know that when we're out here fighting the fight. Okay, so we have the moon. The moon is that enlightens when we feel like we're in the dark. When you feel like you're in the dark, the moon is here. It lights the sky. It lights your way. And sometimes that moon can make the darkness bright as day. It's also that emotional upheaval, because sometimes we need to clear ourselves just as much emotionally as physically, mentally, worldly. We need to clear out old painful emotions too. That skeleton that gets dug up has pain that goes with it, has sorrows that go with it. But once it goes, all of that goes too. So all that stuff that's buried, all these emotions in the darkness are being lit. Thank you. I have much to say that I haven't been able to say. And for all my life, basically, the skeletons give lessons too. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But you have to be that one that's willing to pull them out and go, look at you. You are right here. You are a skeleton. Hello, how are you? What happened to you? How you been? Where have you been? What did you see? Yes, exactly. Um, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. It sometimes it feels like a lot of weight to be carrying, but instead of just dropping it all and I just don't want to deal with it, you have to go run forward. And this is nature. This is natural. Look at her. She's got her wolf and her fox and the boar and the birds and rabbit and what else is on this? I can't see very well right this second. And the horse. The horse is about forward movement, rapid forward movement. And then you got your fireflies and your all of these have spiritual meaning. And especially when you have the horses, that is forward movement. You pick it up and you go on and you keep going forward. So, and then the Justice card in reverse. And right now we feel like there's none. We're looking at the things going on and oh my God, where is the justice? But justice can also be getting the things that are coming to you in a positive way, the karma. Okay? And that's coming too. All these bad people, they keep forgetting that they have to answer. They don't stay living on this planet. They have to go and answer to all the things they have done. No, we don't want Streambo. Thank you very much. Stop spamming me. Come on. Where are you? Get out of there. Block your butt. Go away. Now get off my screen. Get moving on up. Out of my stuff. There we go. Get out. I did. I banned it. He's out of there. He was bot. Anything comes up on your thing that says Streambo in a gap and then .com and it says all you have to do is remove this little spot. I'm going to let you know right now it is a bot and it is not good. It's my. I'm not going to say that online. Just so you know, I used to say silly hoe tricks are for kids. Um, the justice in reverse. When justice is upright, it is about all the things that are coming to you in your karma. And karma, everybody hears karma and goes, oh, no. Karma, when you've been a good person and you have been good to people, that karma also comes back to you. Karma is equal. What you've given, you get. And you get in spades. So if you've been a good person, you've helped people, if you've put out there what is helpful, even if it's the smaller things when you don't have a lot. If you've just been kind to the person that you saw being sad walking down the street and smiled at them and said hi and made them feel better and gave them a little bit of love in a very short second, that comes back to you and you'll notice these things. But in reverse, it's kind of telling you that right now that may not show. You may not see it right now. So if you're not seeing it, don't worry. This always comes back as this. That is how karma works. It always comes back. Always. That is what it does. Okay? So even though it feels like you're not seeing it right now, this justice always comes back. So don't worry. The darkness and the moon has said that the darkness is being lit. Okay? So, anybody else having belly issues right now? Watch out, you'll eat karma for breakfast whether you want to or not. That's true. So try your best to be a good person. And this another thing is I was raised where, oh my God, my parents couldn't even drive down the street without being nasty to somebody. A car got too close to their car, they were telling them off. I mean, this is where I was raised. And I catch myself like a bad driver or something like, when you catch yourself doing it and you change your focus, you will unlearn these things and change to the better. So if you have made these mistakes in the past, don't worry. When you catch yourself making these things, just purposely set out to change it, the focus, and it will change. So if you're worried about karma from other things, if you are making the obvious, the purposeful stops to change this, to put a different focus, karma sees that. The divine sees that. So don't worry. If you're worried about, I have made all these mistakes in the past, for one, forgive yourself for it right now. If you have set out to change and to change your focus, it is being seen. Okay? You're good. You're trying to be good. You're good. Six of Swords. Okay, Six of Swords. It's usually depicted by a woman in a boat. And you see the boat here. And she has all of this dark moodiness with the light in front of her. And what she is doing is moving from these swords here, these Four of Swords, to those Two of Swords. And Two of Swords is decisiveness, clarity, and the good decisions. Okay? So here you have the Four Swords on this side, and here's the light, and Two Swords there. Same thing. Okay? So you're going from these challenges to this clarity, to this light. I had belly issues for the past couple weeks. Now I'm doing better. I have been going through it for a couple of weeks now, and it's feeling a little better right now, but it's still, I have not been able to eat really well. I have not been able to, and every time I do, it just feels like I'm adding muddy water to the mix. You know what I mean? And it's just grossness. And even just drinking water and water and water is not helping at all. It doesn't feel like it is. It probably is, but it doesn't feel like it is. But today, the only thing that made me feel better was mushroom soup. It was so good. Man, I felt so good. Yeah, get it. And I have this book, and if you don't know how to read tarot yet, and a lot of it's intuitive, and I'm learning that because I can't, because I have memory issues. I have ADD and it messes with my memory, and I have brain damage and that messes with my memory. And when I was a little kid, I was on a banister, you know, walking like you're, tightrope walking on a banister on the second floor, and I fell on the concrete. And that's how I got the scar here. And I have another scar here from another thing that I did, but I damaged myself when I did these things to my head. So I always thought when I was doing my tarot, I would always have these books out and I would write everything out. And if you look on my past, 4 of the swords are like the baggage you have to drop so you can simplify and reach that clarity with the 2 swords remaining. Exactly. Exactly. Jim, you really do need to do this because you say it so well. You say it so well. You have that gift. Okay? This book right here, for anybody who wants to know, and I'll show you that. That's the code. I got this on Amazon. It is Guided Tarot for Seamless Readings by Stephanie Caponi. And this book is really good. And you see that I've actually tagged things in it because I go back in here and go, oh, what? Wait, I'm not getting clarity right now. What is that? And just reading a little bit, and it'll go, here it is. It'll go from that little reading to here it is. And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that, or sometimes you need Jim on here helping you. I'm quite good at finding the oof. Yeah, yeah, and you need to. We all have our different ways of doing this. We all have, like me and my analogies and my chaotic thinking. There are people who think the way I do and need somebody like me to tell them. And yeah, I identify exactly with that. Yep. And then some people need a little more clearer thinking. People like you, Jim, who can put it into words because they need the wording of it to help them see it clearly. And we all have our different ways and we all have our different things. So it's why it takes so many different people to say it, to make that contact here, to open it up. You know what I mean? Because we all have different combinations to that lock. I hope that helps. Yeah. And I'm not getting any more cards. So that is what they wanted to tell us about that. And it's already way after 10, but I just don't want to stop right now. So if you can stick around with me, please do. It's like we resonate with certain writing styles. Exactly. And certain movie genres and certain it's how we tick. It's how we tick personally. Some books feel good, others feel boring and confusing. It's just about how it's composed. Exactly. And we, as the composers out here, need to create my analogy is the library. All those different books coming together so people can read. So we can say what needs to be said. And I think that I am out of wind. I am out of wind. But Jim, I think you should do it. I think you should do it. And I think you'd be great at it. I think you've got a gift. You really do. I'm going to say good night. I've already been on here for over an hour. Well over an hour. I didn't even think I was going to be able to get through 15 minutes the way I'm feeling. Thank you so much for listening to me. Yes, yes. And I'm actually enjoying being here on Twitch more than I was doing YouTube. I don't know why, but I am. I feel like I'm actually speaking to people instead of just the camera. So maybe that's the difference. It is a different vibe. It does. It does. All right. Good night, everybody. You have a wonderful week. I don't know if I'm going to come on earlier than Sunday. If I do it like a flash live or something, I might. I might do it set Friday if the other guys are not on, because I do have people on here that I support and I watch, so they're, supported. So if they're not on, I might do sooner. Other than that, Sunday night. Good night, Jim. Bye. If anybody else is back there, bye. Have a good night.